Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us today. I've got 9 helpful facts that you should understand about inbound marketing. By now, you may have heard about a form of internet-based marketing known as inbound marketing. If you follow our blog or our vlog or our podcast, you've definitely heard of it. It's not something new. Marketers have been using it and improving their strategies since 2006. What you might not know is why it's such a hot topic in the marketing world and why it has been for so long. Today, I want to help you understand the value of inbound marketing for your business. I also want to make sure you know what you're getting into, shall we? You ought to start by understanding what inbound marketing is. Inbound marketing is the process of bringing in leads through your website. It's a passive form of marketing that works over time. The idea is simple. Instead of forcing your way into the customer's life through paid advertising, you earn the right to market to them by delivering value. In a way, it reverses the role of company and client, creating an awareness that intrigues the customer to seeking out the company. Unlike traditional outbound marketing, where the company seeks the client, it's primarily data-driven, with every company needing to constantly improve their tactics. Using blogs, SEO, SEM, and social media, content is delivered to a targeted market, offering information designed to help a potential client. Through that information, those potential clients eventually convert to leads. It's a great system, incredibly cost-effective, and tends to grow its own results over time. Inbound marketing requires you to shift your perspective. Before you get started on your inbound marketing strategies, you're going to want to correct some ways of thinking. Many people feel that to make a sale, you have to push the sale all the time. They also feel that you can't give the secret sauce away for free. But in reality, that's playing defense in marketing. When you play defense, you're reacting instead of controlling. Inbound marketing is playing offense. You're taking control of the situation by making the market aware of your business, then letting the market react. You become obsessively focused on delivering value. That's the way your perspective has to change. And until your perspective changes, it's not going to feel like you're in control. Today, my goal is to help you shift your perspective so you can get off defense and start playing offense. People research for months before they buy. Nobody buys right away. Most people like to do research, especially with all the information on the web. It's common for a consumer to want to know as much as possible about what they're about to get into. That's one of the reasons inbound marketing works so well. According to Marketing Donut, 63% of your leads aren't going to be ready to buy for another 3 months minimum. A whole 20% aren't even going to be ready for another year. So what exactly does that mean? It means communication is super important. For at least the next 3 months, you need to stay fresh in their minds. What do you suppose those leads are doing for those 3 months? They're getting educated. What a great opportunity to help yourself get back in front of them so they keep thinking of you. You got to put some great communication tactics in place, making sure that you're reaching out to your leads often. Email, in this case, is your best friend. Remember that 72% of consumers would rather be contacted by a company via email than by any other form of communication. If you want to earn those leads as customers when they're ready to buy, provide them value through your emails. Send them white papers, ebooks, case studies, blog articles. With emails like that coming through, you're going to earn their trust and stay in their brain. When they're ready to buy, guess who they're going to call? Whatever you do, you can't devalue the leads that aren't ready now. They're interested in what you do. That's why they gave you their email address. Chances are they'll eventually buy. You need to make sure it's from you. That's why it's so important to nurture them through their buying journey. Lead nurturing is way more effective. Speaking of which, did you know that lead nurturing is a way more effective way to make sales? I know what you're thinking. Nurturing takes time. How could it be more effective? It's about cost to benefit in this case. Unless you're dying to make a sale today to stay afloat, which means you have bigger problems than marketing, you probably want to earn more while spending less. Am I right? So what if you were getting 50% more leads who are ready to buy while spending 33% less money? According to a report from Forrester Research, that's what's going to happen when you nurture your leads. Caution, Forrester charges a fee if you want to look that research up. Just be aware. But remember, inbound marketing isn't just about making content. Your company's ability to nurture your leads through the sales process is going to be a huge factor in how fast and how big it grows. You got to plan out every phase of your lead's buyer journey to be an incredible experience. You want to think about, how are you going to communicate with them? What are you going to share with them? How often will you send correspondence? What kind of tone are you going to use? What kind of guidance will you offer? How are you reflecting your company's persona? Do it right. They'll familiarize themselves with your company, grow to like it, and develop trust in it. They'll start to think of you first in your industry. Do it wrong? Well, don't do it wrong. That's going to create a huge negative brand perception that you're going to have to overcome. Nobody wants that. Just remember that the time you spend nurturing leads is worth it. It can be really easy to dismiss it in favor of spending the time with the leads who are ready to buy right now. But that means ignoring a ton of leads that are going to be buying soon. Most of your market will not buy right away. Imagine ignoring 97% of your market. That'd be stupid, right? But according to Vorsight, only 3% of your market is ready to buy right now. 40% are almost ready to buy, but still need a little time, and 56% aren't ready at all. If you're only spending time with the leads who are ready to buy right now, you'd be alienating a ton of leads. This is where inbound marketing takes over. You're not creating content for the 3%. The content is for everyone else. That means you'll be trying to attract the 40% of your market who's just getting ready to buy. Side note, Pay attention to the number of bottom of the funnel leads you have. 3% is the mark. If you have more, congratulations. If you have less, change something. Your content should focus on the things that will turn the 40% who are getting ready to buy into the 3% who are actively buying. It should also prime them to buy from you. By taking advantage of some excellent content strategies, you can produce the content that'll move them through their buying journey. Execute those strategies truly well, and they'll become your clients. You can get way more leads for way less money. Yes, I'm absolutely serious. Traditional outbound marketing tends to cost quite a bit of money. It makes sense when you think about it. A lot of outbound marketing requires printed materials, postage, and sometimes ad placement. It can also include a lot of frustrating cold calls, which are bad for your company's reputation. Postage, especially for a mailing service, costs a fortune. Cold calling eats up time you could be spending more effectively, like creating content for your inbound marketing strategy. According to the Content Marketing Institute, content marketing creates 300% more leads than outbound marketing. Let me say it again. Content creates 300% more leads than outbound marketing. It costs 62% less. You're not going to scoff that off, are you? That would be stupid. But if you want to get numbers like that, you have to become a lead funnel pro. And on top of understanding what goes into a proper lead funnel, you have to know how to optimize it. You also have to realize that it includes long-form blog content, website page content, paid ad content, email content, social media content, and if you're smart, video content and audio content. Notice how many times I repeated the word content. That's because content sits at the core of all marketing. You got to consider all these content channels when you plan and execute your strategy. More content is more valuable, which ranks better. This is going to be a little tough to swallow. Writing long-form content is going to make a big difference in your result. I know. Nobody liked to write long papers in high school or college, except me, but I'm weird. Now that we're all out of school, we really don't want to. But believe it or not, that 16-page final you did for your English Lit class taught you a valuable marketing lesson. Long-form content holds huge value. In school, it was your ability to pass. In marketing, it's your ability to get good SERP rankings from Google. What the hell am I talking about? Okay. QuickSprout tells us that the average length of the top 10 SERP results for damn near anything is 2,000 to 2,500 words long. You understand that that's the length of a good college paper, right? It's interesting to note why that happens. Data shows that the average person prefers long-form content when they're looking for answers. I guess it's because the answer is more complete. Google's totally data-driven, so when it can determine that people like something, it's going to serve up more of it. Note the data. Longer content gets more backlinks. People tend to share longer content on social media more often. Search query length is statistically increasing, and conversion rates tend to be higher on long-form content. I want to point out that your content can't only have length. Crappy content doesn't do any of that. You need some strategies to make better content. That means you need a plan. You need to research what your audience wants to know, then figure out how you're going to educate them on it. You need to tighten your strategies and get them working together. That's got the added benefit of making content creation easier. And if it's easier, you could do more of it. Greater frequency is tied to better results. So at this point, you're probably not excited to have to start writing college papers again. If that's true, I have bad news. It's better if you could do it more often, like minimum once per week. Ideally, you'll do it daily. You're probably not thrilled by that. So let me help you understand why you should be. You could be getting 500% more traffic by blogging daily than by not blogging. I'll let you think about that for a minute. I don't know what your current site traffic is, but 500% of that is an improvement, isn't it? I'm not sure what you could do with that much more traffic based on your current conversion rate, but it suddenly makes writing that many words a lot more often worth it. By this point, if you're not excited about the possibilities, you need to check your pulse. Aside from that benefit, there are a ton of other benefits you're missing out on because you don't blog. Blogs show thought leadership. You can communicate better with your prospects. Content improves your odds of getting found in search. Don't feel pressure to blog daily. You may not have the manpower or creativity to produce content that often. Every couple of days is still fine. No matter what, never drop below once per week. That's the line where effectiveness just seems to go away. Also, remember that every audience is different. You may need to mix up your content quite a bit to find the content that works best for your business. Video will change your search results. Video is definitely one of those content types that you want to check out. People love to watch video. In fact, about 5 billion videos get watched on YouTube every single day. That's a ton. No, that's more than a ton. I can't even process that number. Look, the point is that people like to watch video, often more than they like reading. That's why you need to make it a part of your content strategy. There are tons of stats that back video is a great medium too. Video helps grow revenue 49% faster. 64% of people purchase a product after watching a branded social video. 59% of executives will watch the video instead of reading the text. Video increases traffic in the SERPs by 157%. Landing page videos can increase conversions by 80% or more. Having video on a landing page makes it 53% more likely to hit page 1. Blogs with video get 3 times as many backlinks. Have I convinced you yet? That's really just the tip of the iceberg. The second biggest search engine on the internet, we all know number 1's Google, is YouTube. They get more searches than Bing, Yahoo, AOL, and Ask.com combined, totaling about 3 billion per month. Plus, it being owned by Google, the videos there are going to see a little favor. If you've ever noticed, relevant videos show closer to the top of a search engine results page. At this point, you ought to understand how badly you need to include video in your content strategy. If you add video that has some personality, you're going to see that traffic spends more time on the site and eventually convert. That brings you that much closer to earning a new client. Leads from search convert way more often. How would you like your job to be significantly less difficult? Specifically, in the case of closing sales. That would be magnificent, wouldn't it? There's a better way to make sure your leads are going to close than any other marketing you could be doing. You guessed it, make content. But hold on, I don't think it's the same reason you think it is. Content certainly helps nurture leads toward a close, but it's the SEO that really gets the job done. Leads that come as a result of SEO have a 14.6% close rate. That's kind of a big function of inbound. Outbound marketing, on the other hand, have about a 1.7% close rate. That's a big difference. That's why it's really important to focus on making sure your content is totally optimized for search. That's the only way you're going to catch the people who are out looking for you. By the way, that's why they close more often when they come from inbound marketing. Inbound looks to catch the attention of people searching for you. Outbound goes to find leads who might be interested. Inbound takes a little longer to start working, but the results are disproportionately bigger. Search optimization is a big reason for that. But SEO can be very confusing. After all, there's a lot of BS out there. You can't afford to be fooled by it because there's no way you're going to survive being penalized by Google. You need to know the secrets to effective SEO. If you have to, you're going to need to shift some of your outbound marketing resources over to make sure you get found. Local search comes from mobile and results in a purchase. We're all aware that Google made mobile optimization mandatory, right? Okay, that's not exactly it. Back in 2015, Google decided that mobile optimization was going to be required for SEO, at least on mobile searches. The call was made because people are using mobile to find things on the internet. Back then, it was a high percentage already, running about 50% of searches. Now it makes up 60%, and nearly 100% of nearby searches are mobile, according to a report from Hitwise, which you'll have to register if you want to go download. Just a warning. All that being said, I shouldn't have to tell you that you need to be ready for mobile customers, right? But here I am saying it anyway. That's because I still run into business owners who think that their sites don't need to be mobile ready. That's insane, especially considering that 3/4 of the time local search will result in an in-store visit within 24 hours and 2/3 result in a purchase. You need to be ready for mobile, local searches too. Before you say your customers aren't using their phone to find you, you might want to look up from your phone and watch the people around you. Mobile devices are used for search more often than computers nowadays. We might get on the laptop later to do some follow-up research, but we use our devices to make the initial search while the idea is still fresh in our minds. That means your site can't just be structured to fit on a mobile screen anymore. You need to optimize it for speed, user experience, and most importantly, usability. I mean, how quick do you drop a site that doesn't work on your phone? It'll kill your chances. Shift to inbound strategies to hit your goals. Obviously, you went into business to hit certain goals. By switching to an inbound marketing strategy, you can grow towards those goals and begin to see bigger ones. You'll start building brand awareness, fuel SEO, create more social awareness, earn more backlinks, and drive more traffic to your site. That traffic will be more targeted. The leads you earn from it will be far more qualified. That's going to mean more clients choosing you. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it for our episode today. I hope we showed you some real value and taught you exactly why you should be excited about an inbound marketing strategy. If this provided value to you, do me a favor, hit the like button below and make sure that you subscribe so you don't miss anything in the future. Make sure you ring that bell. Also, comment below. Let me know what the most helpful piece of advice was so I can continue to make better content in the future. We will see you next Friday. Have an excellent week. Stop right there. While I still have you, I want to introduce you to our Marketing Goals Planning Guide. This is a guide that we put together in-house to help our clients and our viewers identify where their marketing is currently getting them, find out what obstacles they're facing in marketing, decide how many site visitors they want to get, determine what kind of lead growth they should be seeing, and figure out how many clients they're going to get every month. This guide is completely free and I want to offer it to you for download. All you have to do to get it is visit visceralconcepts.com/YouTube-goals planner. The link's right there below. Put your first name, last name, email address in the form, and we'll email you the goal planner. You can start planning out your marketing goals and understanding exactly what you're trying to hit in your marketing right now. Again, visceralconcepts.com/YouTube-goals-planner. First name, last name, email address in the form, and we'll email it to you. You can put it to work and set your goals, get your marketing on the right track right now. We'll talk to you next Friday. Have an excellent week.